Reuben was just sitting down nice and calmly for a minute ago and has decided not to cooperate as we try to do a video this morning talking about some random questions that people are asking and maybe even some interesting facts about the dog, which we may not get to because he is currently wanting to play. Reuben. That's where. Anyway, okay. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Look at that. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Okay. All right. Sit. Hey everybody, good morning and thank you for watching Reuben's channel. This is take 27 to try and get him to sit still and keep him in frame for a little bit for a video. We went and pulled out one of the newer chew bones that we have for him, so kind of keep him still. So hopefully this will work this time around, but again, I want to say thank you for everyone for watching, and I wanted to put together I guess just a couple questions we're getting a number of times on these videos, as well as a couple random facts. Went ahead and wrote them down even, just so I wouldn't forget them. But hopefully, just like the last time we tried sitting down with him, this bone will keep him reasonably in check. Anyway, so, all right, question number one. How do we get some of the angles and some of the video of the dog, especially when we're walking at the park? And I hate to say it, but we did go out and buy a selfie stick. I don't like saying that out loud, but using it to hold the camera down low, we just do most of the shooting on an iPhone 7. And that gets us some good angles, nice and low to the ground. I did go out and get a GoPro as well, so hopefully in summertime when there's more water around, maybe we can bring a pool into things. We'll see how that goes for him, but anyway, the selfie stick is helping out with that. All right, question number two. Lots of questions about the harness that we got him. And I know it's a horrific neon green color. He looks like he's in an exercise video from the 80s. Sweat to the oldies, but that was the only color that they had in extra large for him, and we got it at PetSmart. The brand name is it's Top Paw. I'm not promoting this. It works out pretty well. It's a good shape for him. We've had other harnesses, and by the way, thank you to the couple people who had asked about his harness, saying it looked a little bit snug, because it was definitely getting on the tighter side of things, and I think the seawater had dried it out a little bit and shrunk it up some when we've been out at the beach. So it was time that we got him a new one, and this design is pretty good. It's got a good amount of the mesh in the front or material to kind of hold him in place. And just watch out when you're buying one that we had an older version that he was able to back out of. In fact, he backed out of it at the pet store at the time, so that was a good idea not to get that one. So anyway, new one seems to work out pretty well for him, and it's nice and loose and comfortable, but he definitely needed the extra large, so he's a big boy now, I guess. All right. What else? Little fact about when people come to the door. Tony the UPS guy. Our dog Reuben is in love with Tony the UPS guy because every time he comes, there is a milk bone, one of the larger size milk bones, waiting on top of the box out there. So our UPS guy has classically conditioned him to look for the big brown truck. So I guess that phrase, what can Brown do for you? I guess Brown can bring you dog biscuits and keep your dog happy. Anyway, Tony's a good guy. Let's see. Family roles. How does everybody fit in with Reuben? What is our place in his world? And I think from most of the videos, I'm his main go-to guy. I seem to be his leader, so to speak, so he wants to do most of the stuff with me. Mom is very much the protector. If he's ever scared by something, like maybe fireworks or a loud noise or something is out of place and moved and he doesn't know what that means, he'll go to her. Or if he has an itchy butt or something, he'll turn to her as the cleaner. So Mom does that, and both the kids are... Yeah, which makes her the leader, I guess. Anybody who's going to clean a butt is going to be a leader in my book. But the kids, he loves to play with them. I think he feels he's either on par or superior to them in the pecking order. And whenever he wants my attention, he'll sometimes go after the kids and nip at their feet and try and play with them to get negative attention and have me come and sit down with them. But he loves the kids and they're good with playing them, so that's all good. Very funny. We thought that early on when we first brought him home, we thought that Reuben was deaf because the first number of weeks it was like he's not really responding to his name or when we call him. No, he's fine. He's totally fine. It just turns out that he's a bulldog and he didn't want to answer to anything because that's how he rolls. So, not deaf. Some questions about swimming. Has he been swimming? He's not been swimming. I mean, I've seen some videos out there of bulldogs who have gone swimming at pools. Some have had little life jackets on. Some have had nothing, which I can't believe because I would think that this guy would sink in a heartbeat. But I guess they can do some swimming. We haven't tried it yet. He's been chest deep in the ocean, but maybe one of these days we'll try him out in the pool, but only supervised and probably with a life preserver of some sort or life jacket. But we'll see about that. We got to get somebody with a pool to have us over and try it out. Another fact I've been asked about like dog parks. We don't actually take him to dog parks anymore. There's one near us that he loved. It was a good time for him, but he was actually attacked twice at the dog park, both by dogs that were their owners said he's never done that before. The bottom line is that you never know what you're going to get. He got a nice little cut along his eye, and he was very submissive. He didn't bite back. He just crouched down into a ball. Felt so bad for the guy. And that combined with being at the park one time, going for a walk, and a poodle got off the leash and just ran across the parking lot and just tried to go for him. I had to grab him by the collar and lift him up. There's something very biteable and enjoyable about these dogs, I guess, for other dogs to go after. I don't know what the deal is, but either way, we're keeping him supervised, we're keeping him on a leash, and we walk him, but no more dog parks for him. And what else? Washing his face. I forgot to include it in the video of him taking a bath, but we will wash his face separately with a washcloth to get in there because he needs those folds cleaned on a regular basis. And we'll do that also with a wet paper towel and a little bit of his soap separately from his full baths. But we didn't include that in the video of his full bath because it was a medicated shampoo at the time and you're not supposed to get it in their eyes. So we just wanted to avoid that for safety's sake and keep his peepers clean. Anyway, and let's see what else. Again, questions about breathing issues. Again, the dog does have, the breed does have concerns about that. There's no doubt about it. Brachycephalic dogs, they can sound like they're having difficulties at times. I think especially when he's close to the camera, you pick up his breathing quite a bit. But when we're out and about the house here, we don't hear him breathing. He can get in some positions where he does a little bit of snoring, but I think just like any other person who gets in a funky position when you're sleeping, you can get some snoring action going. But the key is to keep his weight down, keep him healthy, not get him overheating in summertime. We take short walks with him. We don't ever get him to the point where he's stressed. But you do have to watch for bulldogs with breathing issues. But for him, it's been good. So no issues there for him. Thank God. And what else? Random fact, but just from looking at the statistics on YouTube, this guy has got 2-to-1 men to women, male to female, who watch his channel, which is, I don't know, I thought it'd be more female for some reason. I thought it'd be a little more even, but way to go, guys. Not too bad. Let's see, what else? Coconut oil. And we only do this every now and then, but my wife had stumbled upon it, and we've tried this out. But in the wintertime, when he's been a little bit flaky on his back with some of his skin, just all the dry weather, we've taken some of the coconut oil, which is in solid form, not a lot, just a little bit, and put it onto his fur in the back. And once it touches skin, it will melt right away. It's got a low melting point. So we kind of rub it in a little bit on there, and it gets down to his skin and melts. And it has done a pretty good job in keeping any kind of flakiness in check. We don't do it all the time, just every now and then. And plus your dog smells like a daiquiri afterwards, so he's like straight out of the Caribbean, which is good. Irima, there we go. And let's see, lastly, again, a thank you for everyone who's watching, but especially those who have lost a pet and have to comment about how watching his videos have made such a difference or they've really enjoyed that. That really makes doing these videos worthwhile. I mean, I enjoy doing them anyway, but the feedback to say that it's been a comfort for you has been a good thing. So thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all of your feedback. We do appreciate it. I'm really glad that he can be a stress reliever for a lot of folks that are out there. And I think that's about it. So thanks, guys, for watching. Take care.